Okay, so here we are, time for UCLA Bruins Action Season 2. Welcome to the stream, Don Pab. It's you and me and UCLA, and we are going to take the world by storm. So we are going into Season 2, and I thought I'd start off looking at the league media. I hope that you are well, Don Pab, that you've had a good start to the week. So if we start by looking at the magazines, we will get a bit of knowledge. So we can start by looking at the college football preview guide. Hello Breeze, welcome to the stream. We are just starting off season 2 in our UCLA Dynasty build. We had a better season than I thought we were going to have in the first one, because I thought that our roster was kind of shite, but we had one phenomenal defensive end who kind of carried us through the season. He became an All-American, so he was really good. And then we had a good QBRB partnership as well. If I'm streaming through GM Games, yeah, I sent the schedule and you were interested. Oh, that's cool. I have sort of had a secret crush on these games, and I've been streaming the game Football Manager, and I have I'm a little bit tired of Football Manager because I create quite a lot of YouTube videos as well on Football Manager. So I thought that I'd mix up the streams by doing on Tuesdays a UCLA Dynasty build on the college game, and then on Thursdays sort of an extension of that with the pro game as the LA Chargers, and then I export the senior class from the college game to the draft class of the pro game. So we get sort of continuity. We can follow our guys from UCLA into LA Chargers. Thank you very much for the subscription. I'm still at work. Prescription. Friendly Ghost. We are live indeed. 5 months, absolutely incredible. The secret crush isn't so secret anymore, but it was secret before. Being in Sweden and sort of the American football scene in Sweden is pretty much dead when you look at the actual game, but there's quite a large interest, at least in the NFL. But I really like the college aspect of things. I sort of see it as a conveyor belt where you get freshmen in at one end, and then you get seniors to fall off the bench, fall off the belt on the other end, and then in between you sort of do the best you can with the players you've got. And I thought we'd start by looking at the college football preview, see if we have any players who are close to the top, I think it's top 25 in each position. Victor Lucas is the Virginia QB who won the 2020 ACC last season with 17 TDs. He is the best one. And Michael Jackson, that's a proper name. A fifth-year senior from Oklahoma is the second best. And then Florida have a brutal QB pairing, Curtis Johnson and Robert Simmons, both fifth-year seniors. So I don't know how they are going to split the time in between them. If we look at the stats, it seems that Curtis Johnson has been the better one so far. And you know what they say, if you don't have a QB1, then you don't have a QB. If we scroll down the list, Penn State, Utah, Auburn, Clemson, Pittsburgh, Baylor. Ooh, look at this. MJ's alive. He is Jostick. Hello, Jostick. Welcome to the stream. So here we have Dennis Perry, freshman, who came in for us, one of our recruits. We'll go through the recruits in a little while. But there we have one of the best QBs in the country, and he is a freshman, which feels really good. If we look at targets for him, the number 5 running back in the country, Mark Adams, he comes from us as well. Stacey McKay, loads of Mariana talent from Lama. Douglas Calloway, Vincent Martin. I don't know why so many come from Saipan. They must have a very vivid football scene over there. Mark Adams is a good target for our QB. I'm not that bothered about fullbacks. And if we look at the O-line, guards, do we have anyone in the top 25? No. Okay, so no one to see if we have anyone to protect our new freshman QB. Not so for LSU. They are up there in every category. They must have a hell of a team. LSU. Okay, so LSU have 3 tackles in the top 25. Auburn have 2. We don't have a single one. So no guards, no tackles to keep our gem safe. LSU top center as well. Ole Miss, Florida, Louisville, USC, LSU again. What a team they have, and no one here from us either. So we will need to focus on recruiting O-line going forward. I think tight end then. LSU again. UCLA, Frank Felix, 4th-year junior. He had a good season last season, and hopefully he will have a great season as well. So another target for our QB. Wide receivers, anyone there? Yes, Dion Binkley, senior, had a good season last season as well. 55 receptions, 978 yards, 6 touchdowns. Good season for him. Saw a lot of play. Get the best center possible. Yeah. And defensively, LSU, of course, again. LSU. So LSU have 3 corners within the top 25. What a team they have. Linebackers, LSU. No UCLA guys. Defensive tackles. Auburn and LSU again. LSU seem to have one hell of a team. Keith Johnson, defensive tackle, 4th-year junior for us, from Busby, Montana. So at least a decent defensive tackle. So maybe our D line is too bad if we have anyone else here. James Wagner, 5th-year senior. How is the star rating working? No, I'm not completely sure how the star rating works. This is sort of the media ranking of the top players at the moment. So I think it's both based on their ratings, but also based on their actual stats if they've played. And here then, free safety. No one. Strong safety, LSU, of course. They literally have guys, top 25 guys in all positions. No one from us. Star ratings, the recruiting rank. Yeah, that's true. That's right. It doesn't change. That is their recruiting rank. How they were rated when they came through as high school players. Thank you. Oh my God, what? WTF? Please die. Oh, glorious name. Hunters and kickers, not that interested in them. So let's look at the actual roster here, and let's look at the new players to come in, the freshmen. Well, let's do it by position instead. Okay, so Dennis Perry, the freshman QB. Look at him. Overall rating 92. He was actually ranked as the 15th best high school prospect in the nation. So we're all tied but not defeated. That sounds lovely. That sounds like a good basis for this stream. The overall 92, arm 85, intelligence 87, accuracy 91, speed 65, which isn't awful for a QB. Maybe he will be slightly more mobile, have a few rushing yards as well. Who knows? No, leadership isn't great. Work ethic is okay. I do want to focus on getting these intangibles really, really high, finding that kind of player. But he is the He is the #1 QB by far, by a large margin. Zachary Sanchez, not that great. Howard Bauer, not that great. So hopefully Dennis Perry will play, and he will play a lot. If we look at the running backs, Mark Adams, who was actually the #7 talent, #7 high school talent from Puyallup, Wichita. Overall 94, agility 93, speed 91. Lacks a bit when it comes to hands. I can redshirt Sanchez, but I don't really see why, because he is. Look at Sanchez. I mean, of course, I could redshirt him, but overall 75, intelligence 81, accuracy 81, arm 61. I don't think it would matter. Breeze, thank you for the follow. I don't think it would matter if we had him sit out for a year. I don't think he would be good enough anyway. So he's going to be with us as a pure third option QB. So running backs, we have two more decent ones. Domingo Creech, overall 85. Irizarry, overall 85. Robert Patel, 84. So decent depth when it comes to running back. Fullbacks don't really care. If we look here at the O-line, we're struggling here, and the best guys, we're losing them as well. Robert Gomez and Ryan Lucas. Fairly strong. Eric Gallagher, sophomore, 6'4", nice strength. So we will need to look at O-line. We are losing two of our best guards. When it comes to tackles, is it the same story maybe? Junior, senior, and the young guys, they don't seem too good. So we will need to focus heavily on that. Centers, we have Dennis Mclaughlin as a senior, overall 85, strength 82, pass blocking 85, run blocking 79. Okay intangibles, that seems like a decent dude. He is basically at the same level as Francisco Bentley, who is a California player. Overall 84, pass blocking 86, run blocking 88. A bit on the weaker side. I would like him to be stronger. He's kind of a big guy, but not that strong. Gustine, welcome to the stream. I hope that you will find this interesting. We are in season 2 of our Dynasty build with the UCLA Bruins, and I'm going to show you the results from the first season in a little while, but we're going through the roster position by position. Frank Felix, overall 94. I'm not sure why his overall is 94. I don't know if his intangibles sort of increased that, but his hands are at 87, but he's not that fast and not that strong. Decently intelligent. He had I like him as well. He had a good season last season, played 13 games, 2 TDs. I think he needs to step up for this season. He was a very highly touted recruit when he came through. Behind him we have Jose Franks, who is not really good at anything. This is what I thought that every player looked like last season. Stats in the 60s and 70s and nothing more than that. Decent work ethic. We had a couple of freshmen come in. Jared Thompson. They are very unexciting, these guys. So if we look at wide receivers instead, here it looks better. So Dion Binkley was our star wide receiver last season, and he will probably be that for this season as well. Speed 92, hands 91, agility 85. This is what you love to see. Work ethic 62 is at least above 50, even though I really like when they're in the 90s. Last season he had 6 TDs, averaged almost 18 yards per attempt. So I hope that he will probably be our main target, together with that really good running back Mark Adams. Cornerbacks, 2 guys in the 90s and 189, sophomore and 2 seniors. So we need to focus both on O-line and D-line probably for this season. Linebackers. Oh, here we need to. Oh, we are losing 85, 85, 85, 85. We need to go need to go defense and O-line, which isn't really as exciting or extravagant as trying to find a really good QB and find targets for him. But I think we need to focus on that. I've said it before. And I am taking more of a GM approach to this. I am not getting involved in strategy. I'm not getting involved in calling plays at the moment. I am focusing on recruitment. I am going to let our coaches do the fix the depth chart, etc. But it's obvious that we need to focus on defense when we recruit this season, and we need to focus on O-line, because I think our prime asset is our QB, and hopefully we can recruit so that we can protect him. And we are losing James Wagner as well, who is our best defensive end. Overall 89, strength 85, tackling 71, speed 71. Friendly Ghost would go guard, linebacker, cornerback for your first 3 picks. Yeah, I'm probably going to go like guard, target, center, and then D-line, I think. Free safety, no more really great, losing a couple of guys. Strong safety, no really good here either. Punter, meh, but I don't really care. Kicker, you don't see that, but kick accuracy 89, kick distance 78, that'll do. That's behind the beautiful image of me. So if we go back to League Media, I'm going to show you, I showed you the best players for each position, then we'll go through. I really like this sort of magazine style. I think they really managed to package this in a nice way. So let's look at the conference preview. We are in the Pac-12, and that's the one we're going to focus on. Here we are. Last season we went 10-3. We actually won the Rose Bowl, I think, wasn't it the Rose Bowl? Give me a second to check out. Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl is an arena, isn't it? We won the Peach Bowl. We finished the season ranked 11 in the nation. Went 10-3, which was much better than what I thought we'd finish. And we're going to look at what the goals for this season is. So if we look at the season preview, look at our team. I am not 100% that this has been updated yet, but if we look at UCLA Bruins, I think this is from last season. League rank 11, conference rank 3, division rank 2, and mostly B's and C's when it comes to offensive positional grades, and the same with defensive. So we lost John Frederick, and I actually drafted him for the LA Chargers save. So that will be for the stream on Thursday. That stream last Thursday was riddled with technical issues, but I managed to at least get through the draft so we can start season 2 on Thursday. So we take the senior class from this game. We will. This is one of the coolest things with this game, is that we can go through an entire season in 2 hours, 2.5 hour stream, and then we can take the senior class and we can export them and then import them into the pro game as the draft class on Thursday. Really cool. So now let's see. I'm not sure where we find what the board wants us to do. It isn't here. So Mark Adams is the man we are putting our hopes to. Agility 93, speed 91. Intangibles not great, but okay. The recruiting is starting any minute now. I'm just going through this prep work, and I like to see the team info. I want to see where our goals is. Board expectation comes in an email. Yeah, that's true. So we are at training camp, and now I'm going to do the basic training I've been doing for the last season. I'm just upping everything 1 notch, and then I'm going to remember to actually get it down to 20 again after training camp. So we go into training camp and hopefully we will see some really nice gains in a couple of players. Yes, we want to complete training camp. And now immediately I'm going to remember to pull them down to 5s again. Because otherwise the players are going to complain constantly like they're doing already. So let's see here. Patel, the running back, has made remarkable progress. James, the tackle, is not living up to expectations at all. Brown has made remarkable progress. Mireles is far exceeding everyone's expectations, and loads of players have improved. Let's look at the league media, isn't it? I pressed the wrong. So here we go. And let's look at how much they actually improved if we look at camp results. So the biggest improvement was Junior McKinney from Colorado State Rams, and the biggest gain from us was Jose Brown. So let's look at UCLA Bruins. Jose Brown, gain of 20. So he is an 82 overall. Nice run blocking, decent intelligence, lacks a bit of strength. If we just look at his rating progression, he improved his endurance a lot, his agility a little, and his intelligence a little. Okay, that won't make him a starter. Roberto, Jose, Joseph, Morales, Ryan Lucas, any one of our really good guys improve. Frank Felix gained 3. Howard Bauer, Philip Washington. Where's our star QB? There he is, Dennis Perry. He increased by 2. Can we see what that actually was? Probably something really insignificant. Oh, there we are. Speed 65 to 66 and strength from 49 to 50. OMG is reminding me to set focuses. And I've been wondering how important is that? Who should we focus on? Should we focus on our best players? Should we sort of let the head coach work on our best QB? And then I'm not sure how to do this. We could try that. So sort of let the head coach work on Perry, let the offensive coach work on Adams, and then find a defensive. Maybe let's look at the defensive players, see who is best of the ones we are keeping overall. Corners, Morris Brown. Defensive tackle, Keith Johnson. We could let him focus on Keith Johnson. That could be a thing. Let's try that. I'm not 100% sure how these actually work. So Keith Johnson, the defensive tackle, we are looking at him. Okay, let's delete all these emails of people complaining about us training too hard. Nothing else of interest. Okay, season's expectations. The media are predicting us to finish around 33rd in the national rankings. We expect to finish at least 5th overall in our conference. We should be able to do that and win 8 or 9 games. So we had a top-heavy recruiting class. Mark Adams ranked 7, Dennis Perry ranked 15. Except for that, everyone else was pretty poor, so I didn't do the best of jobs there. And if we look at this year's recruiting class, we are ranked at 36. and the relative rank is 95, so that's not brilliant, is it? Let's delete and let's delete all of them. I'm not going to set red shirts because I believe that our prime talent, they are good enough and they are going to play, and the rest of them are not good enough to even redshirt. I just want them to get through so we can get new players in. Right or wrong, I'm not sure. That's how we are going to approach this at the moment. Regular season, it's time to start recruiting and it's time to start playing games. And we're going to start by looking at the recruiting. 194 recruiting points, 125 scouting points, outreach points 18, 24 scholarships. So loads of players coming in, and we are losing guys. Oh, in defense, 1, 2, 6, 8, 9, 11 players in defense and 5 players in the O-line. So that is very much where we will focus. Yeah, exactly. We're going to keep changing talking points, see if we can get guys interested, and we're going to look at all of them. And I think we're going to do it pretty much like we did last time around. We're going to start by scouting and recruiting the prime talent, and then we're also going to look at the best players from California. Stephen Pauly, yeah, and Gerald Albert. So we're going to start by really looking at all the best players from the beginning, and then we can gauge their interest pretty early on. And if they are not interested at all, then we can drop them and go after other guys. Starting off, we will look at these guys: linebacker, this guard, and this center. They might be our prime target so far. If you try to recruit early enough, you can land a decent fish. Recruited 5-star every season at Utah State. Okay, cool. So you mean you offered them early scholarships? Yeah, there are early committers. Bruins for life. Bronx Bills, welcome to the stream. We haven't done anything yet, really. Doing a bit of prep work, showing the recruiting class. The guys we brought in, an excellent QB and a good target in a prime running back, but that was basically it. We are very much lacking an O-line, and we are lacking defensive players. We are not interested in a QB. And we are losing both O-line players and defensive players in this season in the senior class. So let's do interviews early on with all these guys. There we go. Let's get all of them interviewed. See what they say and call 18 guys. And all with a good stash. We will look at the stash potential once we have a bit more data on these guys. The week has started well. I've been waiting to get to this, and I hope that your week has started well as well. So this is what we're going with to start off. Gauge a bit of interest to see what we are dealing with, and we will set the depth chart, or we will let our offensive coach will set this. There we go. Dennis Perry, QB, of course. Running back number 1, Mark Adams. Wide receiver 1, Dion Binkley. Number 2 is Stanford Span. We could use another target, another wide receiver maybe. Set D. Okay, there. I need to set Michael Guzman, Jackie Preston, Shane Warren. Right edge, James Wagner. This is not good. Midline backer, Charles Gonzalez, Stephen Duff. Right outside, William Collins. Left outside, Alfred Foster. I'm not loving this. We'll see how much we get punished in the actual game. So I think it's time to actually play a game. Have we forgotten anything? Is there anything else you want to see or think about before we start? Strategy? Do we change anything there considering what we are doing? No, I don't think so. I think we'll just keep it this way. Okay, so let's get into the actual season. The first game, the board wants us to finish top 5 in our conference and win 8 or 9 games. So we will see. We're starting off away at Louisiana Tech, and we lost. We lost straight away. Offensive player of the game, Dennis Perry, our new QB, 27 out of 37, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Where did we lose it though? Rushing, they were better. We had better passing. Penalty 7 compared to 2 turnovers, 2 fumbles. I think maybe we should have won this one. Oh, we didn't, so we're off to a fairly shaky start. Let's look at the inbox. No, those middle 2 quarters, they did not help us. The recruiting season has started. Team captains, 2 corners and tight end. So what offense are we running exactly? The passing preference, sure, yeah, that's probably the way to go. So this is what we are going with. Formations. You went with the Smash Mouth offense. That was a league game. All of these are league games. Stomp app when we start off. So where do I change that now? So do I do it? But if we let him decide, he would go for conservative. Yeah, create new. Let's create a new game plan together then. So what do we want to go with here? I do like the aggressive attitude. Focus, I think. So we have a good wide receiver, but we have an even better running back. Maybe we should go with a run focused attack. Normal tempo, passing preference. He has a nice arm, our QB, but we don't have too many targets. So maybe medium passing target. Let's do balanced. Dion Binkley is the primary receiver, isn't he? He is. And the third down back is Mark Adams. Running focus, so we could go power. And the running back's role is running. Okay, I think we should keep it this way. I think we should keep it this way. Okay, so let's look at the recruiting. And since you know that I'm not 100% good with this, then oh, we forgot to sim all of them. Then I appreciate all the help I can get because I want this to be a team effort. Let's see week 1. And see what has happened so far. The inbox tells us that we are playing Georgia Southern Eagles. Hopefully we can win that. Training report, Frank Felix. Good week. Okay, so Brian Dodd. Okay, so there are some really early committers. So maybe we need to throw a couple of scholarships out there. So one of the strong safeties left for Boise State. Hello, Reno. What lead light color do you want? Let me know and I will change it for you. Let's see here then. View recruits. Let's see what we know about them. So a couple of guys displayed no interest whatsoever. So green is the light changing to. So this interest of one usually makes me think that they are not interested at all. But a couple of guys at least moved from one to something else. The Martin Walker, he is from California though, which makes me think that maybe we should try to go after him at least for a week or two more. I'm going to focus on organization. Albert is on 13. Yeah, we're going to focus on him. We would need a good linebacker. Yeah, I know. Guys jumped. And we will need to stay wary of that. So we're going to focus on organization and playing time for Gerald Albert. Work ethic 61. We don't know anything about him so far. I'm going to go through this, guys, and see what they are interested in knowing. So we're going to skip organization, focus on market size and playing time. Kevin Tavares, interest 4. That's not a lot. Wants to go to Notre Dame. Maybe we can sway him away. Work ethic 84, competitiveness 94. Really do like that. But we are not really in the market for a running back, so he will probably have like a week more or so. Work ethic 47, don't love that, but his scouting grades are great. He wants to go to Notre Dame as well. John Russell, he would not be ranked this high if he could not protect the QB. Oh, that's good. 6'4", guard. Work ethic 65, competitiveness 70. He's from California. This is a guy that I want to focus on. So we will decrease academics, increase location. Let's keep looking at this, guys. Matthew Witt, work ethic 67, competitiveness 93. We don't know a lot about them. We need to scout a few of them. Thomas Anthony, work ethic 95 from Arizona. Interest 12, so he's one of the guys that actually made a little leap. So these things, I think that they are important, so we will focus more on them. Nice work ethic. Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, Thomas Anthony, Robert Green, good as well. Reyes Davenport, running back. He will have one more week and then we will cut him as well. Steven Stapleton, free safety. Very nice work ethic. He's from California. He's another one of these guys who we will need to focus on. Market size and organization. I don't have the biggest market size, so I'm not really sure why I'm pushing that, but we will see. Cornelius Hester, defensive end. from North Dakota. He wants to go to Auburn Tigers. He's talking about playing time, but that doesn't show up as very important. But we will try to offer him a bit of playing time then. Lance Chamberlain, lovely defensive end, leadership 93, work ethic 81, team player 68, no strong opinions, seems to enjoy location. He's from South Dakota. We'll pitch location, even though we are not that close. Pitch playing time. He would play a lot for us because everyone is shit. Linebacker, work ethic 94, competitiveness 94. These are the scouting grades I like to see. Stephen Pauly from Oklahoma, bit on this smallish side, but we'll need to scout him to see how good he actually is. Glenn Fisher, free safety, decent physique, decent athleticism, very nice technique, good football IQ, okay intangibles, C+. Larry Theriot, work ethic 95, means he can improve. He's a tackle, he's a big guy, 6'6". Not interested at all at the moment, but we will really pitch playing time to him. Really pitch playing time to see if that can sway his mind in any way. QB, not interested. Defensive end, though, we're interested. Shocktor. It will focus on organization with him. Don Jurgensen, defensive tackle, 300 pounds. Heavy guy, work ethic 74, competitiveness 94. Interest 3, so something happened there. Vance Piper, don't like his work ethic. Daniel Minnick, linebacker, 6'2". We don't know too much about him. Okay, so if we just look at interest all over, so these are the most interested guys. Oh, we're only looking at targets if we look at all of them. Do we have anyone else who's more interested? No, we don't. These are all the guys. And if we look at rank, Brian Dodd is already lost. We will start scouting, guys. I believe recruiting points. We have 10 new recruiting points. We can spend them. On this wide receiver, and then we will spend the rest of them 4 points with that linebacker. So let's scout loads of guys with 5s, so we get a bit of information on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time around, we scouted players in full pretty early on, but I think we're going to try this one where we sort of scratch on the surface to see what sort of players they are before we move in more heavily if we find out that they are actually interested or if it's worth pursuing. So we're going to look at the top 20, at least not the QB. I'm not interested in him. We did give him an interview though, even though we're not interested, which was a mistake, but we're going to ignore him now because we don't need a QB. Maybe we should attend a few high school games. Let's move on to the second page. Defensive and guard tackle. Let's scout these two guys. So if we look at state, California. So the best guys coming from California is Martin Walker, the cornerback. John Russell, the guard. I think we're gonna offer him a scholarship. Aaron Murray, the best QB, is also a California guy. Linebackers, defensive ends, wide receivers. We can offer that cornerback and the pre-safety scholarships as well to just see what happens. Outreach points, we need to spend them. Let's attend high school games and give attend 3 high school games and give him the facility tour. Martin Walker, the cornerback. See if this changes anything. We will look at the next game then. Go into game week 2. Georgia Southern 0-1. We are predicted to win by 5. Let's see if we actually do that. Okay, we didn't win by 5. We won by 28 points, 48-20. Second quarter, third quarter, absolutely crushing them. Georgia Southern, I think they are kind of poor. We're going to go back and look at the actual box score. I just wanted to sim week 2, otherwise I would have forgotten that. So here we go. Box score for week 2. Offensive player of the game, Domingo Creech, our second running back. 145 yards, 2 TDs. Defensive player of the game, Eugene Hayes, cornerback. 2 tackles, 1 interception, 1 defensive touchdown. Nice. Very low interest on the recruiting side of the game. We will hopefully see the interest increase as we go forward now. So rushing 383 yards, so we completely ran them over. 145 yards from Creech, 96 from Adams, 72 from Irisari, 165 QB rating for Perry, 2 TDs, 1 interception though, 1 sack. A good win, a game we were predicted to win. We are playing Wake next, so we are playing kind of shitty teams in the beginning here. Hopefully we can win there as well. Play performances, John Johnson, kicker, 17 snaps. Overall grade A+, Dennis Perry A+, Dion Binkley A, Alfred Foster, Stafford Span, Irizarry, Domingo Creech, Mark Adams. So Mark Adams and Dennis Perry are our star freshmen. Training report, a couple of guys training well, no one we're really interested in. Week 2 recruiting summary. Oh, that's last week, so no one actually left. And I want to see a couple of interests increase. Otherwise, we are going to have trouble. Yeah, we should smoke Wake Forest. Okay, so a bit more interest from a couple of guys at least. Know what? You mean the interest? The interests are so low still. Any locals? Yeah, we have a few California guys. Martin Walker is from California. So, Wake Forest, your college team. Okay, now I get it. That's why you're upset. You follow them in real life. Yeah, and we plan to absolutely obliterate them. But first of all, let's look at the guys. So, report certainty 26, and he's looking at least decent all over the board, even though these coaching grades are not exceptional. We will need to keep pushing organization. Interest 7, which is at least up from where it was. We're going to spend more points on him. David Meeks, I really like this. Their strong safety. Decent coaching grades as well. Very nice intangibles. Nice scouting grades. Okay, so this guy we're going to pursue. Gerald Albert. They are not loving him, are they? He's good at tackling though. Good strength. Why is his coaching grades so low though? Yeah, disappointingly low interest. Sorry. We will need to consider how we move forward from this. Kevin Tavares. Lower organization. But that's what many of them are interested in. We could push location for all these sort of on him. Yeah. Let's push playing time. Gerald Albert, let's push playing time. And there I think we are doing it right. And here, let's lower that one. Add location. John Russell, freshman, he's not interested. He is from California. He is from California, but he's not interested. He wants to go to the Ohio State Buckeyes instead. Can we take that out of him? I sure hope so. Because I really like bringing these local guys. Maybe we really need to focus on the local guys. Because this isn't... Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do. This isn't really working for us at the moment, is it? 18 interest, work ethic 95, center Thomas Anthony. I would really like to get him in. 19 is low. Did he say anything about us? We are not in his top 5. He has no strong opinions. Robert Green, decent work ethic, high competitiveness, interest 1. Arizona. Reyes Davenport from Mariana Islands. Not interested either. Stephen Stapleton, at least a bit of interest. I don't know. Maybe we should drop the guys. Drop the guys who are not showing any interest whatsoever at the moment. John Russell, I don't want to drop him though. I want to keep fighting for him, but maybe that's futile. Robert Green. Some of these guys are really, really good. What if we're going to give up on running back Kevin Tavares? And we're going to give up on cornerback Robert Green. Really do like Gerald Albert. Let's offer him out. These guys are not really interested. Let's drop them then. Let's let's focus more on the local talent, see what we can bring in. Let's go for the top guys in the nation. Maybe we can get lucky with one of them and then focus more on the state guys. Most of the 5-star players nationally recruited. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's why we are going for the California guys. Nice seeing you, X Brooks. So that's why I'm still pursuing John Russell, even though he doesn't seem interested at all. And let's interview. Not interested in a QB, but a defensive end, a wide receiver, guard, strong safety, defensive end. All of these guys, we're gonna let them know that we're interested. We're gonna interview them. We're also gonna call them, not him. Call all of these 5-star and 4-star guys. And then we could attend a high school game for John Russell to see if that can improve his interest. We're going to let him show that we are interested at least. And we're going to interview all these guys. No QB, linebackers, defensive tackles, corners, wide receivers. We need them all. And I think we're going to try and start recruiting this guard. And this center, Thomas Ellis, and just see where we go from here. Spending scouting points, spend 10 points on him, and 5 points on these guys each. another 10 points on Timothy Hunt. Yeah, we will spend recruiting points. No, I'm at that QB all the time. That's takes into account actual cities and schools. We might find some kids further away. Yeah, but we will cast the net over California and see if we can gauge any interest. If they are still uninterested, then we will move on. And we are still pretty early in the recruiting process, so I'm not giving up on these one interest guys completely either at the moment. So that defensive end. So those are all the points. With the Hunt, yeah, we will get to know him a little, see what his interest actually is. So we go into a game against Friendly Ghost's favorite team, Wake Forest, against my favorite team, UCLA, and we are predicted to win by 5.5 points. Let's see what actually happens. A win, please, footballing god. Okay. Sorry, Friendly Ghost. I've been complaining about our defense, but in this game, we were good enough in defense. I think they are absolutely crap, though, considering they didn't manage to post a single point against us. So Perry had a very Perry game. 1 TD, 1 interception. Rushing, Adams rushed for 110, Creech 74. Yeah, that's absolutely awful. 252 versus 111 rushing. That's where the game was won. And penalties 10 for 90 with 5 for 50. They had 3 turnovers as well, so they didn't do anything good. They didn't do anything good. I'm just going to sim this week and then I'm going to save. If there's one thing I learned last Thursday about the pro game, then it's to save regularly, because it's no fun to rush through an entire season just because you forgot to save. They call it UCLA21. Let's see if we have any bad recruiting news so far. Maybe I'm a complete idiot to go off to some of the biggest talents in the nation, probably. So maybe we will need to go even more locally when we scout, just like ATX Brooks suggested. But I'm kind of seeing us as a big school, even though we are not really a big school. At the moment, we are ranked. What's the net rank? Where do I see that now? Yeah, we are going to start trying to recruit them. Let's see standings. So the only ranked teams in Pac-12 are 25th ranked Oregon and 12th ranked USC. But I like to consider us one of the best best ones. So Reyes Davenport, the running back, went to Alabama Crimson Tide. Thomas McCoy, QB, went to USC, and Christopher Mayen, guard, went to USC. Okay. I don't like that. I don't like them going to USC. I don't like that one bit. I want them to come to us. Let's see if anyone has become more interested in us. Class rank at the moment 107. That's because we haven't managed to get anyone in. Okay, so Gerald Albert is becoming a little bit more interested every week. But many of the others are not getting more interested, are they? This is worrying. We look at the Plays from California. Okay, so here we have better news. Thomas Ellis. How good is he then? Strength is already good. Decent intangibles. C plus. Football IQ, physique, athleticism. This is a guy we need to go after. He's very much interested. So this is one of the guys we really need to focus on. And Timothy Hunt. Lovely work ethic. Now, I don't know how much these points actually mean to sign. The last one, yeah. Thomas Ellis. Okay, so each green dot is a bonus recruiting point. Okay, now I get you. Now I get you. So that doesn't sort of matter. I thought that was what they were most interested in. I get you. I get you. So we're going to offer scholarships to Timothy Hunt and Thomas Ellis. And if we look nationally, is it time to let loads of these guys go? I think Gerald Albert, the linebacker, we can keep. We're interested in him. Thomas Anthony, let's offer him a scholarship as well. But the rest of them, we can probably let them go. We will let them go. We will let these guys go. So we should probably really push location with the okay. So the points indicate that I did hit. Okay. So they are sort of the outcome of our talking points. I get it. But we're going to give up on loads of these low interest guys that we haven't offered scholarships to. We're going to keep fighting for some of these guys that we have actually offered scholarships to. So let's up the recruiting points for these guys, see if that makes any difference. We're not giving up on these prime targets yet. Could we get one of them in? That would make me very, very, very happy. And we are giving up on these guys, I think, or are we? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Let's scout. Spend points. We're not interested in him anymore. Let's spend scouting points on the ones we are interested in to at least get them to half secure reports. These are the guys we are still following, and now we move on to state. Focus more heavily on these guys. So let's up that. We have 69 scouting points to actually use now. John Schaefer, recruiting points. Damian Burton, Jonathan Estrella, or Estrella. Jonathan Estrella. James Hill. We need defensive players all over and O-line players and maybe a prime target. It would be lovely if we could get in a wide receiver. It would be very, very, very good. I'm going to focus on this linebacker as well. Ignore the cornerback a bit at the moment at least. And let's spend points on these guys. No, I don't know how many times I've clicked on Aaron Murray and started scouting him. Jason Burrow. John Schaefer, Timothy Hunt. He's very much interested, so we're going to get him complete knowledge of him and of Thomas Ellis. So we see which guys are the most interesting, how many offers they actually have. So 10 and the final 5 for him. Outreach points, 4-star and 10 interest. Yeah, we'll get to him next time. I chose the linebacker instead of the cornerback because I think we need linebackers. And let's... You agree with Don Pap? Yeah, we'll get there. We are going to attend... Only 2 of us. Yeah, that's good, but that's also maybe an indication of him not being really good. We're going to offer scholarships to all these guys, all these local guys, just to see these local linebackers as well. And we are gonna attend a high school game for these guys and give Martin Walker a facility tour. So these are all the points. Let's go to the 4th game of the season, see what we can do against USC. Probably nothing. Okay, so we are predicted to win. Let's see if we actually do that. Let's cross our fingers and close our eyes and just hope and pray. Ooh, bloody brilliant win. We beat USC, one of the most important games. It's always fantastic to beat USC. Boom, what a finish. What a win. Their QB was the offensive player of the game, and their strong safety was the defensive player of the game, but that doesn't matter because we beat them. And where did we do it? We did it. We rushed them all over again. 289 yards. They were better at the passing game, but Creech and Patel turned up big for this game. That's good. And Perry had another Perry game. 1 TD, 1 interception. He has that every game. Bauer came in with a perfect game. 167 rating from 1 attempt. Another great win. This should almost get us into the top 25. Maybe we'll see. Let's sim this week and see if we get ranked. Beating 12 ranked USC. Very nice. We are on our way to winning these 8 or 9 games that we were predicted to win or required to win. We are not top 25 yet, and loads of news will probably mean that we've lost a couple of the guys we were targeting. Play performances. Robert Patel had a good game. Jack Fong, Dennis Perry. Locker room report, they are delighted. Morale is high. Training report, a couple of guys training okay. Timothy Hunt, fully scouted. Incredible potential. You love to see that. He's considered. We are not entirely out on the running. And for Thomas Ellis, the scouts like our odds of getting this kid. Really good potential for development. And James Hill, defensive tackle, went to USC. Stop going to USC. And Terry Mullis went to Stanford Cardinal. Stop going to USC. We want to weaken them, not strengthening them every week. They love USC, yeah, for no reason whatsoever. For no reason whatsoever. And Martin Walker, he isn't loving us, but these other guys, at least we've gotten the interest up to 29, 29, 23, and something happened here with the interest. So 15 schools are still interested in John Russell. And Aaron Murray. Why? What have I done now? Have I offered him a scholarship? I didn't mean to do that. Let's look at the in-state guys. Okay, so these more lower interest, no, more lower ranked guys are really interested in us, which is good. I think we need to spend points on outreach points on visiting some of these guys to see if we can get a few more bonus points, because good home visits gives us bonus points going forward, and maybe we need to start spending them. Why have we offered a scholarship to QB Aaron Murray? Let's revoke that one. Let's phone. I really want that guard and I want the center. So let's actually visit them at home and let's spend the rest of the points on interviews. Hello Looney, welcome to the stream. We are almost halfway through our second season. Okay, so these are all the guys. Second season with UCLA, trying to create a dynasty. It's going slow because not too many are actually interested in building this dynasty with us. Oh, wrong there. Want to call them. There we go. No, not QB, not fullback, linebacker. Defensive tackle. That's good. And let's look here. We have a couple of more recruiting points to use. And scouting points. That's 25. How have you been, Looney? Yeah, they are strengthening themselves, Stompap. Recruiting isn't super easy, at least when we're sort of we're above middle of the pack, but we are sort of still in the middle of the pack when it comes to prestige. I'm all good, Looney. Glad to hear you're good as well. Damien Burton for a home visit. Damien Burton. Yeah, but I'm much more interested in a guard and a center, and we can visit him next time. Yeah, but we've already spent the outreach point. So let's spend scouting points on these guys. So if we could start building a decent O-line that could keep our QB safe. Yeah, the prestige can and will improve with performance. So getting sort of to the playoff would see our prestige go up. But to help us actually get that, then we need to win games. To win games, we would need good players. Yeah, we need to get those bowl wins. We won last season, but nothing happened to the prestige. So maybe something will happen this season. No QB. No fullback. So then we spent them, and let's look. We don't appear to be able to spend the last scouting point on William Bauer, so we're spending it on David Alvarez. 1 point. Okay, bit of a glitch, but sure. And recruiting points. Recruiting points. Do we give anyone else more points, or do we go for someone else? We could look at JC Johnson, see how interested he is when we actually spend points. Yeah, it's a vicious circle, but I think we're on our way. So it's time for another game, and this time it is Colorado. They are 1-2 so far. Let's look at them. Prestige 52, 71st recruiting rank. They haven't done too well. They beat South Alabama. They lost to Louisiana Tech 56-17, and then Stanford 40-7. we should crush them. And what's the prediction like? So we're predicted to win by 6.5 points. Let's make that happen. Oh, okay. So we won by 10 points. We ran away from them in the first quarter, and then they never came back. Offensive player of the game, their QB. Defensive player of the game, our defensive tackle. Perry had another Perry game, 2 TDs, 1 interception. I don't think he's had a single game without an interception so far. 65.5 percentage, 237 yards rushing. Adams, Patel, Creech. We had more of a passing game this time around. Binkley 100 yards, 1 TD. Garcia 27 yards, 1 TD. 2 TDs for Patel. Patel was really good. He's a junior. He's actually fairly good. Strength 80, agility 88. Lacks a bit of speed for a running back. But nice work ethic, nice leadership. How did he do last season? Did he play last season? He didn't play last season. So we had better options then. But this time around, he's actually been good. 4 touchdowns in 5 games. Yeah. So I enjoyed that. Let's sim this and see if a win against pretty poor Colorado puts us in the top 25. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Yes, we are number 24 and we are playing BYU in the next game. But first, let's see if we can get anything to actually happen. Grimes is angry about not seeing the field. Too bad for him. Timothy Hunt. Okay, listen carefully. We gained 13 recruiting points, 2 scouting points. It went well. Thomas Ellis, he was very excited. 15 recruiting points, 5 scouting points. Very nice. But we did lose. We did lose loads of guys. 3 guys decided to go to Stanford Cardinal, all of them. And we lost a couple of other guys as well. No one knows Magic Underwear lads. Yeah. We haven't managed to secure a single guy yet, though, which is getting me kind of worried. We need tackles, we need defensive ends, we need linebackers, and we are going for them. We need corners. Punter, yeah, sure, but we're not going after a punter. Running backs. Yeah, that's what we do. But I want to do better than the AI when it comes to recruiting. Otherwise, this would be a little bit too boring. But let's see. Oh, so these top guys, we are struggling to get them interested. Maybe we should just throw a Hail Mary and get them invited to a game. Hope that we win a game. Let's get these 6 top guys invited to a game to see if we can just get them interested. I want to be popular. That is 100% true. I want to be popular. But so far I am not, which is troubling to me. Let's get these guys fully scouted now so we know what we are dealing with. So these are the guys we are pursuing. Then we go to state. And here we have a couple of interested guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up there in the 97s, which is good. Let's get some of these guys fully scouted as well. And we can also invite, let's invite Edward Galloway, who is very uninterested in us. Let's invite him to a game to see if we can win this game. Then I think we can get a couple of them more interested. Spend a couple of more points on him to see if we can increase his interest. David Sellers, start spending points on him. I think we need to go deeper here if we're gonna get these guys. Gonna get to know anything about these guys either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have 15 points left to spend. 5. This is how we are doing it. And we're gonna offer these guys scholarships pretty much no matter what. All of the points spent. We have invited a bunch of guys. They are sitting there up in the stands when we play at home against BYU. We are predicted to win by 4. Give us this win. Make these guys actually want to come to our school. Oh, okay. That wasn't a great success. We were completely crushed. Oh well. What happened? Game happened. They ran us over. They completely ran us over. Passing 207 versus 77. Turnovers 4. Perry had a very poor game. 3 interceptions from Perry. Looks like they are not coming to UCLA. You are right, Breeze. They are probably going to USC, all of them. So rushing, Adams and Creech had good games as well. What can you do when Perry throws for 11 for 22 and 3 interceptions? Oh, what a piss poor game. I don't think they were too impressed though. There we lost all of the eggs in that basket. He probably didn't get too much help either. And we're playing Oregon next. So loads of guys fully scouted. Couple of overall grade A's though, even though we had an awful game. Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, Hail Mary, all of these guys, Hail Marys. Doesn't anyone want to come? We're not entirely out of the running when it comes to Timothy Hunt. Chance is not good with Damien Burton. Not entirely out of the running with Estrella. Imagine the place push. Yeah. They're going to USC, all of them. So Thomas Ellis, Howard Sherman, we're in for him at least. So a couple of them. Let's see, Outreach. He seemed excited even though we lost 30-7. And he seemed excited as well. I bet they got free drinks and free popcorns. They were all excited. They were so excited that a couple of them decided to go somewhere else. Stanford Cardinal. They have 6 or 7 of the players we wanted to get in. They have instead. And we still haven't managed to secure anyone. Okay, so Gerald Abbott, we are slowly making him more interested. Yeah, it was really interested. I'm going somewhere else. Exactly. Now we are spending facility tour points on these guys. Does that mean that they don't want to come? Or no, we need to do that. Now we can spend the points. Thomas Anthony. So there we go. We've lost 2. 1-4, lost 2. Let's look at the targets. And we don't want him. We don't want him. No, no. And we're going to see if we can get that interest up. So there we go. Yeah, there are people very interested, so maybe we don't need to spend outreach points on them. That's how I'm thinking about this. And maybe I've got it wrong, but I hope and pray that they're going to choose us anyway. So let's see what happens to these guys once we start spending points on them. Team interview. Let's go to California. California. Let's see here. Uncommitted. Here then, scouting points to spend. Let's keep going down this list. QB, not that interesting, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. QB is basically the only position that we're really not interested in getting anyone in. A couple of more interviews. Danilo Bridges. So there we go. Time for a game again. And this is sort of a make or break game. We're at 4-2. We're playing Oregon away. They're 5-1. They're probably going to crush us. Cross your fingers. 7-point loss. They ran away with it in the third quarter, and now they are 6-1, and we are 4-3. This is becoming increasingly difficult for us. Their QB was the offensive player of the game. Their strong safety was the defensive player of the game. 9 tackles, 1 sack. We beat them when it came to rushing. We beat them when it came to passing. We had 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception. I'm really not sure how they won this one. Pass, field goal, 5-yard pass, field goal, 4-yard pass. So rushing, Adam 68, Creech Patel. I'm not sure how they actually won this one. 12 out of 26 for their starting QB, 5 out of 6 for the replacement, 19 out of 34. I'm not sure how they won this one. Yeah, exactly. Mistakes at the wrong time. That's what I'm thinking as well. Would have been so much better if we would both have been 5-2. Now I feel like we need to find a run of games again where we actually win a couple of games in a row, and we would like to get a recruit or 2 in as well. So Washington 3-4, that's a game that we could win. Training report, guys training well. John Russell was excited. Stapleton excited. Thomas Anthony excited. And Edward Callaway excited. And a couple of guys, they chose not to bother to come. Okay, so Anton Leon chose UCLA Bruins and a linebacker. We have a linebacker. Let's actually look at him. I don't really know what we have. Okay, so it's not in there yet. I'm not sure why it's not in there. Anton Leon. We have one guy. We have one guy so far. Anton Leon. Rank 498. 3-star linebacker. I'm on Buffaloes. Yeah, thank you. I'm on Buffaloes. That's the reason. Very perceptive. There we go. Anton Leon. Work ethic 83. Competitiveness 100. Very coachable. So he had a 57 interest. Still chose us above USC. Thank you for that. Strength B, agility B. We don't know too much about him. We need to scout him to know what we're actually getting. Extreme leadership. What was it? 13. Yeah, he's not going to lead this team. So we're at 76 prestige. And one commit. Let's look at our recruits. And so they are not getting very much. So these two guys are not even interested in coming to facility tours. So should we keep spending points on them? I'm not sure. I don't really want to give up on Jared Albert. But we are not really in the running for him. Maybe it's time to actually cut the strings there. They don't seem interested one bit. John Russell at least came to our facility tour. Didn't make him that much more interested though. Probably need to turn to our California guys. Should we visit the guys we really want to sign? Damian Burton, Jonathan Estrella, and Levi Archuleta. Californication. Indeed, we have a couple of more points to spend. Let's spend them on Mark Martinez. Let's move to the next page and see the guy we brought in. See recruiting points. They all become. These guys are interested even though we haven't spent a single recruiting point on them. So let's see what happens if we spend like 2 points on these guys each. Get more knowledge on all of these guys. $25 points each to gain a little bit more knowledge about them. 23 natural interest. Yeah. But not a single school is interested in him, which is probably the reason he's interested in us. Intangibles D. But we need to scout him more to see what he's actually good at or bad at. I think maybe we are trying to punch above our weight when it comes to scouting. Let's see what we can do when it comes to outreach. Let's invite Timothy Hunt to a facility tour. Let's get Timothy Hunt in. Work ethic 99. I want this kid. I want this kid. He's choosing between us, USC, and Stanford, so he's a local guy. Yeah, I have to shoot for the stars if we are going to get any better, but at the moment none of the stars seem even remotely interested in us. None of the 5-star guys show any real interest. But I don't know. Like you said, we need to try to bring them in. And here we go into week 8, makey or breaky time. Washington, they are 3 and 4, we are 4 and 3. Give us a win, and a win we get. Second quarter, they actually went 13 and 0 up against us, but then in the second quarter we scored 24 points on them, and they were nowhere to be found for the final 3 quarters. 45-13 at least keeps us in the running. I think we should check the standings after this game, but look at the box score. Perry had a decent game, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 50%. If we can get better protection on him, then I think he will improve. Rushing, still Adams and Creech. Have we seen that before? Adam, Creech, Patel, 3 touchdowns from Adams. Mark Adams, the freshman, we are going to have him, as long as he doesn't transfer, we're going to have him for several seasons, which makes me happy. Look at that smile on my face. 8 rushing TD so far this season from Chief Leshy School, Pueblo, Wichita. So he was a rank 7 who we managed to get in last season, but this season we are nowhere near getting in any of these prime targets. It's a good win. Let's see, week 8. We are 5 and 3. We went 10 and 3 last season, so we are probably not going to have quite as good a season as we had last season. But that's a bit odd because my expectations were slightly higher this season compared to last. And now we are playing Arizona State. 6 and 0 Arizona State. 13 ranked Arizona State. Arizona State Sun Devils. And David Sellers is fully scouted. Mark Martinez. Damian Burton, listen carefully. That isn't exceptional, but we've got a bit of a bonus. And Levi Archuleta seemed happy with our visit. And okay, so we got 4 guys in. That was good. That was good. So Thomas Ellis, center. Damian Burton, strong safety. Jonathan Estrella, defensive end, and Timothy Hunt, guard. Very good. Very good. So that strengthens our O-line. All 4-star recruits, exactly. Let's look at them. Timothy Hunt, guard, work ethic 99. This was one of the guys we really want to get in. There are 5 stars left unrecruited, but none of them seem very interested in us. Strength B, intelligence B, pass blocking B, run blocking B+. So this is going to be a solid guy, I think. Damian Burton, strong safety, leadership 100, work ethic 82. These are the kind of guys that we want to bring in. Technique A+, football IQ B+, intangibles A, strength, agility, intelligence, tackling speed, hands. This guy I love. Is going to be our number 1 strong safety for many seasons. Jonathan Estrella, defensive end, 6'5", decent strength, decent tackling. Yeah, don't love him, but we need men. Thomas Ellis, work ethic 65, center, strength B+, pass blocking B-, run blocking B. I'm happy with that one as well, that acquisition. We need men. Yeah, we do. We need cannon fodder or whatever you want to call it. So 4 stars, 1 3-star, decent. Let's look at the actions. It's like building an army. It is. That's a very good description of what we are doing. Jared Albert, 38 interest. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but sometimes we invite them to a game or a home visit and they don't come, and we sort of lose the points. Is that because they don't want to come? So we cannot sort of visit Martin Walker at his home. He's not interested in us. But we are gonna attend high school game facility tour for Levi. And now nothing happens. Let's see that. There we go. Facility tour for Levi. They can only go one place each week. Okay, I see. You want to go full court press on Albert. Okay, so home visit, invite a game. I will do that. And then we will try to visit Martin Walker and John Russell. See if we can gauge, sort of build an interest. Should be logged in the history of what they did. Okay, well, we will just keep trying then. We will keep trying. Can we get an indication of what they want to do? History. So he's been to. He attended a game with us. Yeah, maybe that kind of put him off. Maybe that kind of put him off. When he attended that game where we were completely crushed. So, okay, by spending 2 recruiting points, all of these guys became more interested in us. Let's look at all the guys left. Can I get these guys away? Spending 15 points. Let's keep doing that. Let's try to see if we can get them interested by visiting them at their home. Let's go to California. Let's get rid of the committed guys. So these are left. So Gregory Guidry, Willem Bauer, David Alvarez. We spent a couple of points on them and they are interested. Most of these guys are interested even though we haven't paid any attention to them basically. And let's spend points here. Let's keep going down this list. We want to know more about these lower guys, lesser interesting guys as well. So if we could get our prestige up, then we could go for the better guys, which would be cool. This time around, we don't have too much of a shot on them, as it appears. They haven't chosen where to go, though. Let's interview them as well. So there we go. And let's decide how to spend these recruiting points. Do we go for one final Hail Mary sort of venture and try to spend even more points on these top guys? I'm not sure what to do. Levi will get more, or do we try to build interest in these lower guys? Let's spend 5 points more. That's the most we can spend per week on these guys, and then Spend 2 points each on these guys. See if we can get them interested, and let's offer scholarships to all of them to see what we can get in. Yeah, so 2 points. What he's getting, he's basically a done deal. Jerry Hogan cherishes the thought of playing for a high prestige team like UCLA Bruins. We don't love him though, but we'll go for him. So I don't know what to hope for against Arizona State. A win, please. 34-17. Another win, another upset. We beat the Sun Devils. We are 6-3. Offensive player of the game, Mark Adams, the running back. 20 attempts, 90 yards, 1 touchdown. And Greg Cheek, the free safety, was the defensive player of the game. Perry had a good game. No interceptions from Perry. 1 touchdown, no interceptions. I think that's a first for him. 445 yards, 185 passing, and again, a great running game from us. Adams, Creech, and Patel, they are top guys, all of them. Top guys, absolutely brilliant. Receiving, not too much to talk about. Binkley and Felix are not playing that much because our running game is so strong. So a win is a win is a win. We are 6-3. I don't think that's enough to be ranked, but I hope that we are still in the running of maybe reaching that conference game. I'm gonna check in a second. So Arizona, who are 2-4, they haven't played a lot. I'm not sure what they've been doing with their time. Let's start by looking at where we're at here. Training report, loads of players training well. Levi, fully scouted. Guidry, Bauer, fantastic potentials. They like our odds. Alvarez. Okay, so no one came. No one accepted our home visits. Levi went to us. Thomas Anthony, the number 8 rank, decided to go to Florida State Seminoles. I didn't have high hopes really, but I'm still a bit bummed out. So Levi, another linebacker, comes in. He didn't have the best intangibles, did he? Yeah, they were not too bad. Leadership 67, work ethic 61, competitiveness 91, strength B plus. He's a 6'4", intelligence B, tackling B, speed B, hands B. Okay, I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with that. And now we have a couple of games left: Arizona, Utah, and California. We could win the final 3, and let's see what that would actually mean for us in our Pac-12 endeavors. Pac-12. So USC are 7-1, Arizona State are 6-1. So we will probably not reach that conference game unless the other teams fall apart completely. We will see. We will see. So Stanford pulled off a number 34. Utah signed some great guys. Our best one is 136 ranked Timothy Hunt, 143rd ranked Damian Burton. Albert is still out there. He's very much out there. Let's see what it looks like this week. Okay, so Jared Albert, interest 49. come and we will come to you. Now the outreach isn't working again. We will try to visit these guys again, and we will give, if we can give, we cannot do all of them, I guess. Go to state, we have recruiting points, we have scouting points, we have outreach points. Look at the uncommitted guys. Okay, many of them have kind of lost a bit of interest in us, have they? So Johnson is very much interested. We will give him the facility tour. And the other guys, they are interested but not super interested. We will up the recruiting points to 3 on these guys. And we could get a couple of more points in here. Fullback now, defensive end. Guard, linebacker, tackle, linebacker. So 2 points each. Let's scout them. So at least these are interested in us. The top prospects, bar Albert, are not interested at all, but maybe he's the guy we need to get. I haven't loved those coach ratings who are 19 though, but hopefully they are wrong and he will be better than we could have expected. Let's spend all these points to get to know these guys. Marcos Lindsay will be the final one. So then we've spent all our points. We go into a game that we are supposed to win, which means that we will probably lose it. So Arizona, they are 2-4. We should beat them. Let's beat them. Yes, okay, we beat them. 33-14. The game was over at half time. Then we kind of shifted gears and let them let them come back into it a bit, I think. Offensive player of the game, their QB. Defensive player of the game, our linebacker. 8 tackles, 2 sacks. That was a good game. Perry, 62.5. No interceptions this game either. Bauer came in and played a little rushing. We weren't as strong as we usually are. 1 TD from Adams though. UCLA 2. State of Arizona 0. So, but this was a game we were supposed to win, and now we are 1 game away from actually reaching the level that the board wants us to reach. 8 wins and a 5th place finish in the conference in total, which is still up for grabs, I would say. Still very much up for grabs. And in the next game we're playing Utah, and we are once again ranked. We're ranked 25th. Last time we managed to get into the top 25, then we were completely crushed in the next game. Hopefully that won't happen in this one. So no one wanted to let us visit them this time either. And recruiting summary, we lost John Russell, Gerald Albert, Martin Walker, all the 5-star guys, they left. So now we need to focus on what is left, basically. Okay, they were never really interested, but we spent a lot of time and effort to get them in. Now we have loads of scholarships left. Look at the targets. Let's see what guys we need to focus on. Edward Callaway, Eddie Callaway, the only 5-star recruit left for us to try to get in. Let's visit him at his home, and let's call. Oh, that reaches. Let's call the rest of all of these guys. At least we can give them a call. So he is really not interested in coming. Let's stop spending points on him. Tight end might be a position we don't really need either. He has 11 interest. Yeah. Stop being so negative, Don Pap. A boy can dream. Boy can dream, right? So we are upping our recruiting points with him, and we are trying to get Gregory Guidry in. David Alvarez, defensive tackle. And let's add the recruiting points for all these guys. Let's go up to 8 for them. Mostly defenders, which is something we need, and a couple of O-liners. Let's add that to 5. Spend 1 more point on them. And then we have a couple of points to spend on these guys. This is how we do it. We give them 2 points each. They do love it, don't they? 2 points for you. So there we go. Scholarship offer, sure. Free safety, we do need one. And I'm going to give these guys scholarship offers as well. And the final one at the moment is going to this tackle who no one is interested in. We haven't even called him, we're just throwing a scholarship his way. That is probably how it works. And 3 stars, yeah. There we go. So I think we have managed, even though this has not been, no one has been really exciting, but we are not really after exciting now. We are after solid and strong. So O-linesmen and defenders. So 45 points left. Let's keep doing these guys then. So we get to know them completely. Yeah, it might be okay-ish. At least I don't think that will make us worse. So, new point spent. Home visit to Edward Callaway. Loads of phone calls. Let's see if anything can happen. A win against Utah, away against Utah would see us go 8-3, and then we would have reached our minimum level. Like I said, every time we get ranked, we get completely ran over. Look at that second quarter, 28-0. Oh, what a piss poor game. So their QB was the man of the offensive player of the game, and their linebacker was the defensive player of the game. 4 interceptions from Perry. He had 2 games without interceptions, and now he really paid back. 51.9 QB rating. Thank you for nothing, my friend. Adams still rushed for 109 yards. State of Utah 2, UCLA 0. Yeah, exactly. We don't like Utah. They ran us completely over. Oh, what an awful game. That was not good for our season. Not good at all. Not good one bit. Poor. Let's see what happened. Recruiting wise, now we have a couple of weeks without actually playing any games. So week 12 recruiting Rodrigo Thomas and Carol Calderon, a girl, defensive end, signs for us. David Alvarez goes to Utah Utes. Okay. So a couple of guys in, a guard and a defensive end. We are getting stronger and more solid, but it's not that exciting, is it? Let's look then what interest is like for our guys. Targets, actions. So Edward Callaway's interest is down to 8. We will try to visit him once more, see what happens. Go visit Callaway. Call these guys. So these guys are interested as well. Bobby McBride, Hallie Curtis. Let's call them up then. Call him up. 7 outreach points left. Let's visit JC Johnson. Let's give Gregory Guidry the facility tour. So these guys all seem very interested, so hopefully we can get them in. I'm spending more points on these guys. 2 more points on him. Getting them scouted completely. Oh, I'm just going to delegate scouting for now. Jerry Hogan, 17 offers. Yeah, that's a lot. That indicates something. Maybe we should give him the facility tour. We will give him the facility tour. And let's sim this week. Sim week 12. See if any big teams were playing. USC against Arizona. USC probably crushed Arizona. It would be brilliant if they didn't. It would be absolutely brilliant if Arizona could put an upset here, but I don't think so. I cannot see that happening. So what's happened in the previous week? USC won 38-33. Okay, that was more closely fought than I would have expected. Jesus Thomas, JC Johnson, Eduardo Gil. Linebacker, cornerback, defensive tackle. We are strengthening our defense. And the 5-star guy is still out there. Jerry Hogan, he chose to go to Virginia Tech Hokies. Okay. They are worried about the team not living up to the expectations of the boosters and the fans. Must stop underperforming. Okay. You found that out during a week off. Sure. JC Johnson, he was excited. We gained a couple of more points. Let's see what's left. See what is left to get in. Targets. Actions 12. Interest back up to 12. So he wants to go somewhere completely different. We haven't been to a high school game. Let's go there. We are going to keep going with Callaway. Why wouldn't we? But now we have more recruiting points. So let's just spend more of them all over the board. And we have scholarships, offering scholarships for all these guys. So the outreach still doesn't work. There we go. Attend high school game. Let's visit Willie Nelson. And let's call Amensa, who's not interested at all. And give a couple of guys the facility tour. So 42 recruiting points left to spend, increasing. No, they are not the only ones left. these are the guys we are actually pursuing at the moment. If we go to uncommitted, more guys become available. So Cornelius Hester and Stephen Pauley. They were never interested in us. And none of these guys either. We never did pursue them, so we could throw out like feelers, give them 2 points each to see if anyone is actually interested. Let's do that. I don't know if this is something you could actually do, but we're going to try it. See if any of these guys, if we can come in at the last minute and maybe steal 1 or 2 of them away. Throw out some feelers, exactly. And now we are going to take scouting back. Get all of these interviewed. All of these feeler guys are going to get interviewed, and then we are going to spend the rest. Abner. Yeah, and I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that means that the star rating is wrong and that the number of offers is more what we are supposed to go with. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Okay, so here goes nothing basically. Win 10-0, undefeated Wisconsin against Air Force. They must win that one. Buffalo and Army, shitty game, 1-8 versus 3-6. So how did that game actually finish? Yeah, 26-13. They are ranked 3rd. And let's see what's happened. Recruiting wise, athletic board, Longoria came to us. Loads of guys rejected our scholarship offers. But we got a tackle in. He was excited when he visited our facility. Okay. And let's look at what is left. So Callaway's still out there. Why hasn't he made up his mind? I'm not sure why he hasn't made up his mind, but from all the feelers, a couple of guys actually became a bit interested. I think that means that we should pursue them. Let's. Now we have to do this from time to time. So the guys who were not interested one bit when we threw our feelers out, then we're getting rid of them. But we're increasing for Alvin Teague. It's something to go for. I think so too. Abner, Eric Smith, and we might as well offer them scholarships. Doesn't cost us anything. Great House, that's a great name. Recruiting points, 4 points left. Let's give them to Great House. There we go, and scouting. Scout these guys. So this season isn't turning into one great one, but I think it might just come down to the fact that our QB isn't getting the protection he needs. But I'm actually loving this journey so far. So cool to try to build a dynasty, and a couple of our freshmen this season is really, really strong. And if we could hit home with 2 or 3 of these guys, maybe an offensive linesman, maybe a couple of defenders, then I think we'll get better next season. So the plan is to do this every Tuesday, get through one season at a time. And let's spend points so we get to know Alvin Teague, who is at least remotely interested in us. And him as well. Okay, so 12 commits. Timothy Hunt is the best one. Let's see what this week has in store for us. Another rest week. Any cool games from our conference? Not so far, right? USC versus Notre Dame. Go Notre Dame. Oh, USC absolutely crushed Notre Dame. Okay. Okay, so USC crushed Notre Dame. Colorado, Arizona. Colorado won Army, Oregon. Oregon won 63-7. And Stanford, come on, lose to Hawaii. No. Okay, so no results that really gained us. Yeah, Notre Dame didn't help us one bit. So this is turning out into a very so-and-so season. The final game of the conference play is at home against California A. Wolf Tracks, welcome to the stream. Hello. We are reaching the end of the second season in our Dynasty build with UCLA. Yeah, the draft has become much more realistic when I ticked that box to make the ratings different. Yeah. So this is another type of football. And let's see, we've got William Nelson, defensive end in, and what is actually left in this recruiting class is that the game is treating me okay-ish, I would say. We are struggling to recruit any real top names. On the other hand, that isn't too strange considering that we are not one of the most prestigious schools. Let's try a couple of home visits. Outreach doesn't work. Home visit, home visit, home visit. Let's also call these guys. Let's call the ones we don't visit at home. And we have been struggling a bit on the field as well. And now we have 21 recruiting points to spend. Let's increase how much we spend. There we go. Offer scholarship. Imagine making a football team full of memes. Yeah. Let's see, scouting. No, we're just going to leave scouting. There we go. It's too much clicking. Okay, so we go into the final game of conference play, and it's at home to California. Bring us a win. A 7-5 season would be too depressing. I want an 8-4 season, and I got an 8-4 season. 47-17, absolute crushing. Dion Binkley steps up. 5 receptions, 140 yards, 1 TD. Thomas Rash, the defensive end, was the best defensive player of the game. We can recruit transfers, yeah. And Perry had a good game, 2 TDs, no interceptions. That usually means that he will throw like 4 interceptions in the next game. Adams and Creech Patel, we've heard it before. Sounds like a children's song. Adam and Creech Patel, Adam and Creech Patel, Adam and Creech Patel, and Binkley and Spenning Garcia. Dion Binkley, the senior wide receiver, will be eligible for the draft class for the game on Thursday, the pro game. Don Pap recruit transfers. Students might want to recruit. Maybe they were promised game time at a school and then they didn't get it. Then they want to transfer. But that usually means that they are on academic probation for a year. Isn't that the case? If they transfer, so we'll be able to use them next season, but the season after. So Pac-12, USC, and Stanford. Let's sim that game. Let's check the recruitment first. Sorry. So Charles McVay, Callaway comes to UCLA Bruins. I have no idea where this came from. Rank 41 linebacker Edward Callaway decides to go to UCLA Bruins for some inexplicable reason. He seemed receptive, but chose someone else. We had good conversations, Yeah, this is how you got a 5-star every year. Callaway out of nowhere. Okay. Maybe he's a big fan of bass. Yeah, exactly. So let's see. Edward Callaway. Let's look at the dashboard to see. Edward Callaway, linebacker, strength B, agility B plus, intelligence B, tackling B, speed B, hands B. Nice intangibles, nice athleticism, nice physique. 6'4". He was a California A guy. He could almost play defensive end. He is that strong. Okay. So maybe he is a big fan of UCLA or a big fan of me. I don't know. But he is here at least. He is here with us. So look at the games we lost. BYU and Utah. Crushings. Oh. Let's see what is left then to recruit. Nothing. Nothing is left. Uncommitted. Only crap. So basically only crap. Let's see what they can find out without me. So, okay, Miami versus Ball State in the Mid-American Championship. Miami win it, bit of an upset. Sun Belt Championship, Louisiana, Coastal Carolina, 4-8. How bad is the Sun Belt? Well, so 4-8 took them to the Sun Belt Championship. If they would win it, that would be kind of funny. They didn't. Conference USA, Florida Atlantic versus 23rd ranked Louisiana Tech. Louisiana takes it, and then we have the ACC, first ranked 12-0 Virginia versus second ranked 12-0 Louisville Cardinals. Cards, he would absolutely love this. Here we go, sim game, and it's Louisville. So they are probably going to be favorites to win the national championship. American Athletic, AAC, UCF versus Memphis, another tough game when Memphis go through. Minnesota, Ohio State in the Big Ten. Minnesota 12-1, 5th ranked. Big 12, Texas Tech, Oklahoma. Another big game. Oh wow, 61-29 to Oklahoma against Texas Tech. And then we have USC versus Stanford. I don't think Stanford has a chance here. No, they didn't. USC win it 41-34, and they are probably going to, yeah, they are going to go through to the national championship, Southeastern Championship, the SEC. Florida versus Texas A&M, third versus fourth, and Texas A&M, third ranked, win it. And Mountain West, Nevada versus Utah State. Winners here might get a ticket to the playoffs. And Utah State win it. And here we go. We are playing in the Alamo Bowl versus Oklahoma State. 25th ranked Oklahoma State. But before we get there, let's look at the training report. We're going to the Alamo Bowl! Exclamation mark. This will be an interesting game. The Cowboys are a good team. Don't underestimate them. Remember the Alamo Bowl. Yeah. And what's left when we get to recruiting? Is there anything interesting left? So is there any interest from anyone? No, we're not. We forgot to do that. Okay. Do we want any more guys to come in? I don't think so. We're kind of satisfied with the 17 guys we're getting. We can save the scholarships, I think. We will do that. We will save the scholarships. So we're going to the bowl. Will we win our second consecutive bowl? We won the bowl last season. Yeah, we were waiting for transfers, exactly. And let's see in this game. Can we beat Oklahoma State? We beat them. We beat them. We finished the season as 15 seeds. We finished last season at 11 seeds, even though this isn't the real deal. We still win our second bowl performance, and this makes us finish the season 9-4, which was good. We beat them very nice in overtime. 32-yard field goal for them, and then a touchdown for us to turn the game around. Wow. Brilliant. Bowl win is good. Yeah. And passing 230, rushing 234. Adams and Creech and Patel. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception for Perry, who finishes the season with 19 touchdowns, 15 interceptions, 2,280 yards. Good season for him. And we're going to sim bowl week. Cardinal Gasparilla Bowl. I haven't heard of all these bowls. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. So we are going to get into the playoffs any second now. I'm just going to check here. All conference and all American teams. Okay, so Carol Lopez, the woman tackler, 68 pancakes. That was enough to get into the all conference team. And cornerback Eugene Hayes made it as well. 49 tacks, 1 sack, 5 interceptions, 1 defensive touchdown. Very good season. And if we look at standings, what was it? What I want to lead? No, league leaders. I want to see the league leaders. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just clicking around. So passing yards, 4,200 from Jay Wallace. He's a 5th-year senior. He's going to be available in the draft. 43 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Jeremiah Langer is another one of the 5th-year seniors. Randall Burks, freshman. Wow, great season for him. 4,000 passing yards, 38 TDs. William Larson, fourth year senior. Let's look at touchdowns. Jeremiah Langer. Passing rating. Dennis O'Sullivan, fourth year junior. Arm 78. Intelligence 90. Accuracy 80. Oh, speed 89 for a QB. That's really fast. Lionel Underwood, freshman. Rushing yards then. David Maxwell, QB, was the leader in rushing yards. Click qualified. Yeah, oh, cool. So Maxwell, QB, what sort of seasons did he have? 2020, 10 TDs, 1530 yards, 1943 yards, 2021. Bauer what? Rushing TD, Kenneth Milton, QB, Mark Adams. Number 15 when it came to rushing TDs. Our freshman, lovely season from him. Receiving yards, we had no one in that. Brian Mass won it. Receiving touchdowns, Troy Henson, wide receiver, no one from us on that list. Points, tackles, no one from us. Sacks, could check the Pac-12 to see how we did that. Alfred Foster, Miguel Jones, William Collins. Interceptions, Eugene Hayes, Harry Maybury. Let's look at the rushing yards again. Mark Adams was third, Robert Patel was 16th. And rushing TDs, he was there again. So decent seasons from them, and now let's look at the playoffs. So the 1-8 game, Louisville versus Wisconsin. Oh, sorry for yawning, getting a bit tired. We're going to get through this and then we're going to call it tonight. So Wisconsin Louisville, it ends in a favorite win. Louisville win 37-25. Texas A&M versus Oklahoma. Upset here or no upset there. Florida Minnesota. Minnesota take it, and now let's just cross our fingers that Virginia beat USC. Yes, Virginia beat USC 34-32. Brilliant. Bye bye USC. So Virginia, Louisville again, and this time Louisville win again. They are 15-0. They are on the way to the perfect season. Louisville Cardinals in the final game of the season. They will play Texas A&M, and will Louisville take it? Will they take it? No, they don't. Texas A&M caused a bit of an upset in the last game. Texas A&M are the winners of the season. Congrats to them. I'm just quickly gonna turn the desktop audio off once we get into the awards, because that is very loud. To see what the emails were. No real emails. Then we go into the award ceremony. So let's see what happened here then. Jay Wallace. So Texas A&M had the most outstanding player, most outstanding offensive player, most outstanding tight end, most outstanding offensive lineman, most outstanding quarterback, senior QB, defensive back. No, that's Minnesota. They're very much alike. Most outstanding punter, Texas A&M. Okay. No, that's not totally implausible. I agree with you. So nothing happens to our prestige. We finish the season. Where are we? That 19th, 9-4. Let's advance past the Senior Bowl. Oh wait, I think we need to export the. Maybe I was too early. That we will see. Let's advance. Let's do the Pro Bowl. See, I don't think we have anyone on this team, do we? North team. No UCLA players in the Pro Bowl. And now we get to the end of season. Let's save so nothing happens. Yeah, we had no one in the Senior Bowl. So let's see. I think we did the right thing. The export players. We're just going to quickly check to see if the file is there. Documents, Written Studios, the UCLA. I'm not sure why I don't have the option. Recruiting classes, that's what we're doing. No, should say draft class somewhere. I'm not sure why it doesn't. Let's advance and see what happens. Yeah, export draft class. There we go. So it was a little early. I recognize that. So these are the available draftees. If we I don't know what the best ones are. So these are the transfers. These are the transfers. Ty, guess. Get him in, for example. And how in that case? Let's export the draft class. Vad säger du? Jag tar det så. Is there any really good guys to bring in? Any 90 plus guys? Freshman linebacker Richard Diaz, Gregory Walls, wide receiver. I'm not sure how we get these guys. Do we get them through here? Let's look. New recruits. Okay, why is Rolando Arriola available? So can we go on a ship? Cannot spend recruiting points on him. We can spend scouting points, but no recruiting points for some reason. Okay. Let's just look at uncommitted. So there's a linebacker there as well, Pete Francis. Let's go visit him. So, okay, so we have no recruiting points. That could be the reason why we're not able to spend any. Pete Francois. Manuel Wooten, speed 90, not the best of hands. Let's offer these guys. I'm not sure why they're available. Could use another wide receiver as well. There we go, and dashboard and advance. No, I'm not. Transactions. These guys have decided to transfer. When do we get the chance to actually get them in? I'm not sure when. Okay, I keep clicking and clicking. In the signings, okay. Yeah, National Signing Day. Yeah, that's right. You have received offers. Let's just look at if there are any cool ones. No, not really. No one that tickles our fancy. We're keeping our current team, of course, because this is a Dynasty one. Itsuki Mota, thank you for the follow. Miju, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, my friend. How was your stream? We are getting close to the end of the Dynasty stream for our UCLA second season. Was your stream good? And how have you been? Good evening, Lewitt. Welcome to the stream. Let's see here then. Staff offers. What's our staff looking like? What's our staff looking like now? So we have 3 years left for Richard Eaton and 3 years left for Jeffrey Taylor. We're not getting rid of them then. And let's see here. Yes, we want to go through. And can we go through? Yes, I am well. How are you? How was your stream? Was it a good one? Did you get results with you this time? We finished a fairly meh season, 9-4, which was pretty much what the board wanted from us, and we recruited okay-ish, I think, and now we are at signing day. See if we can get anyone in. A bowl win, not to be sniffed at. No, that's true. That's true. And signing day. How do I sign transfer players then? That's what I'm interested in. Transfers. Do we find them here? Mixed results. 4 games left. 7 points clear. Okay, that's good. Advance. Okay, so I do advance. I'm just going to export route class once more just to be safe. Okay. So let's complete signing day. See what we end up with. if we lost any of our recruits or if we got all of them. Eight news items in here. Areola. Okay, so the verbal commitments are onto paper. The new season's predictions are to finish around 32 in the national rankings, 4th overall in our conference, and we should win 8 or 9 games. And this recruiting class is ranked 47. Our relative rank is 105, and let's just look at the guys who are coming in to see what sort of level guys we got in. So let's see overall rating. These are not our guys. UCLA. Overall standings: Frank Felix, Mark Adams, Dennis Perry. Freshman Edward Callaway is the best freshman, 88. Levi Archuleta, 86. So the defensive line seems better, but we are still struggling when it comes to O-line, even though we are better than we were last season. We will go through them more next time around. Still Prestige 76. We will save the game here. Finish for the night. I'm really loving this so far. Hopefully we can keep improving for next season. I am loving the different game streams. It's so much fun doing this on Tuesdays, and then we export the players into the game for Thursday and carry on there, where we had an absolutely atrocious season with the Los Angeles Chargers. In the first season, we tanked, and that gifted us one hell of a QB, a new franchise QB that I will show you on Thursday. But that will be all for tonight. Another bowl win, the second one in 2 years, but we have not managed to reach the playoffs yet. I think that will come moving forward. We can get a bit more protection of our QB, then I think this will be brilliant. Thank you for tonight. I will see you soon again. Sleep tight, take care, be kind to one another, smile. See you soon. Bye.